The video opens on Subaru waving, with a smile wide enough to stretch out his mask, before setting it down on a bench and hopping to crouch on top of a fire hydrant.
Hi, Miss Kanna! A day in the life of yours truly! I would have started earlier in the day, but I was late getting up, so better late than never! So, my day—
A stranger calls from across the street, throwing a pebble at the fire hydrant and startling Subaru. He takes the headphone out and realizes how loud he's been.
Okay. So, sorry. A day in my life! Well, since we worked out that tutoring program, I spent a lot of time there. Turns out I'm actually pretty good at it. And the kids love me. So I'm getting some food, and then you're coming down to the grade school.
Subaru jumps off the fire hydrant, leaping at the camera and picking it up with a peace sign before turning it off. The video cutting back to Subaru walking into a school building. He enters a room with colorful carpeting with removable letters to a crowd of cheers, but turns the video back to himself as he enters through the doorway.
Here we are. We've got a bit of a problem with the kids thinking of a playground, not a tutor, but we're getting there.
We see a tuft of ginger hair poke over his shoulder, and Subaru quickly cuts the video off. The next image we see is Subaru crouching down at a small children's table, pointing at papers and quietly instructing them how to write certain things. It's a montage of a few scenes where Subaru is tutoring the kids, finger painting with them, letting them climb all over him, and taking them out to the playground in the back of the school to play tag. During the final clip, he turns back to the person holding the camera and laughs before jogging over to grab the camera.
I guess we're still doing this. A few of these kids have parents who work 11 to 7, so we look after them until then. I know that feeling. This was the same program that took care of me while Dad was back in school and Mom was at work. Usually I'm around from noon to about 4 or 5, get some time to myself, and then head home. Is it time yet?
Getting a nod from the person behind the camera, he grins and grabs the camera, picking up his duffel bag and rushing to the door.
My friend Rex and I promised to meet out by the abandoned mall. I can't be late. We're working on a project.
The video cuts out and picks up in a dark and overgrown seating area, where a boy with a crimson button-up and sleek black pants sits upside down on a bench, watching Subaru set up the camera. As Subaru moves to the center floor and pulls out a few paint cans, the boy turns to look at him.
So, you really think this is gonna work?
Maybe? I don't know. I just know it'll be a hell of a ride.
You're a dumbass. You know that, right?
Rex, are you here for me, or are you just here for my snack stash?
Obviously the snacks. Now shut up and gas it, Riverboy.
Riverboy? You gave me the nickname!
Both share a brief laugh, and Rex starts collecting rocks around the area while Subaru continues to paint, a portable speaker beginning to blast some music as the two continue to work. After a while, Subaru rolls across the floor to get the camera, shutting it off. The next scene, Subaru sets down the camera as they look over the roof of the mall, and Rex brings over 2 metal pipes.
Nothing like showing your teacher the amount of property damage you're doing, Subaru.
Miss Kanna won't care, or, at least might not notice if I try to, shit! Not my brightest idea.
Hell, might as well. Hey, Miss Kanna!
Rex flashes a peace sign at the camera, then smashes the glass atrium and tosses the second pipe towards Subaru, who does the same. They get the rest of the atrium to fall back down into the mall, and then Subaru grabs the camera and shows the open atrium and the piece of art Subaru had tagged on the ground.
Edgy.
I was going for a feel. It works.
It looks good, I'm not trying to bullshit that one. But capitalism is the death of freedom?
Look at this place. It could be reformed to a shelter, and they're just leaving it to decay. My art is gonna be the first rock.
Like this one?
A rock whizzes past the camera, knocking Subaru in the shoulder.
Hey! Jackass!
Strike your damn revolution then! Stop loitering with me!
Never, dude!
The video then cuts out once again, and finally ends up with Subaru setting up the video camera on a countertop, running in to hug a tall woman and a shorter man.
And at the end of the day, I've got the best family to come home to, Miss Kanna. Dad's still on the job hunt, and Mom gets home from work a little bit before I come home usually. So this is a day in my life. What is that smell?
Subaru rushes off screen from the camera, and we hear... He rushes back into frame and picks up the camera.
Mom made stir fry for dinner tonight! Gotta go! Bye, Miss Kanna!